Meghan, welcome to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What is it like being the daughter of John McCain? Because I love John McCain, but he's such a firebrand.
Thank you. I love John McCain as well. I love my dad. I love my family. I think I'm so lucky and blessed, and I have this crazy life. And my dad he's the best dad ever. I know nobody likes this answer. People would much prefer if we had this turbulent relationship, but he's very supportive. We talk every day, and I don't know. I think he's such a badass. I love my parents.
He certainly is a badass. Do you agree with him on most things political?
I agree with him on probably 70%, maybe 75. Social issues, we really diverge. He's 77 years old. I'm almost 29. There's going to be obvious differences in our outlook on life, but I agree with him on a lot, and he really taught me to love politics. He taught me all about the American political process. I was on his first campaign as a 14-year-old girl, his last campaign as a 22-year-old as an adult, and I just have had so much experience in the American presidential primary process that, I don't know, it's just been amazing.
What do you make of the state of the GOP right now? Because once again, we're now seeing the party pretty divided, the Tea Party rearing its head again, challenging the status quo. I don't see how this makes the Republican Party more electable. It just looks to me like they can't make up their minds what they really want to be.
Yeah, it's very splintered. There's obviously the Tea Party, more conservative side of the party, and then there's the more moderates who I think live in reality. But, you know, I'm called a Republican in name only and a bad Republican almost daily. So there are people that really agree with me and people that think I'm the Republican Antichrist. So depending on who's watching, take your choice.
How do you, as a party, do you think, move to becoming in agreement and more electable?
I have been saying this for years, that we have to start coming to terms with the trends that are changing in America. Gay marriage has already won. I think it's completely a topic that we have won and that people are just going to have to deal with. But there's a lot of people in the Republican Party that really want to cling to the past. And every time people say, I'm a bad Republican and your father was too moderate, I challenge these people to tell me what's going to happen if we nominate someone like Rick Santorum, an extreme conservative on social issues. What exactly is going to happen? Because I think it would be a bloodbath in the next election cycle. And the last two election cycles weren't bloodbaths, but it wasn't good, you know.
Who do you see out there as potentially the candidate in 2016?
This is so tricky. I was actually at my dad's birthday party a few weeks ago in Phoenix having this conversation with his old campaign manager and a few other people that have been in his political circle for a while, and they said point to Jeb Bush, but I still think the Bush name is pretty tainted, and I think he is much more conservative than people really realize. I like Marco Rubio. I don't know right now.
Chris Christie?
I used to love Chris Christie. I'm kind of done with Chris Christie right now. You know, ever since his speech at the convention, I don't know if you remember, it was so, you know, he just talked about himself the entire time. And I think politicians, obviously, there's some level of self-promotion that you have to do. But I would like the next leader of the Republican Party and the next nominee to maybe be a little more interested in helping the country than just their platform.
Now, in your show, you do a sort of big issue every episode. And one of them is feminism. I interviewed Billy Ray Cyrus about his daughter Miley and her twerking wrecking ball sensation that's galvanized the world. Are you a twerker? Do you twerk?
No, no one wants to see me twerk. I am.
But your dad's done a bit of twerking this time.
Nobody really wants to see that either. At all. No, I'm not a twerker.
Is Miley Cyrus, aged 20, making this leap from Hannah Montana to sex kitten on stage? Is that good feminism? Is it somebody just using their feminist guile to challenge people?
I asked this question. Can you, you know, I'm a woman who has done interviews in Playboy. I like dressing provocatively. I like attention from men from time to time. Can I do all these things and be a feminist? Just that question has been controversial. I think Miley Cyrus is young and she's learning about her sexuality. I have no problem with anything she's done, and I think the criticism on her is, a lot of it's unwarranted. To be a woman in America is to be controversial, especially if you are a pop star.
Absolutely right. Well said, Meghan. Let's watch a little clip from...
I'm not big on judging women either. I've been judged so harshly, had so much attacks on me. Let Miley Cyrus be 20.
And you know what's interesting to me is that some of her most vocal critics have been people like Cher. Why would you do that? Whereas Britney Spears came out and said, yeah, I love what she's doing. But I think Cher regrets it. She's now backtracked from what she said. But I thought that was a bit churlish, I must say.
I don't understand why women attacking other women. I didn't find what she did offensive. I'm not a prude, though. I mean, really, twerking Miley Cyrus in a bikini on stage is really not, it's going to rock my world every day, you know?
Well, you have confessed, of course, in your show to sexting.
Yes, and this will follow me forever. We did, the first episode was on privacy, and we were talking about things we may or may not have done, texting. I've had some boyfriends that travel a lot. I have sexted before. It was very uncomfortable to watch that episode with my father. I hope he doesn't know what sexting is.
Let's watch a little clip from Raising McCain. I'm actually looking forward to watching this now I've met you.
Thank you.
Do you think Mom could be a politician?
I don't think Mom could be a politician. I think our mother is the greatest politician's wife in the history of the free world. We had like a Norman Rockwell childhood.
That's
like,
awesome.
Honestly.
Mom and her
We had a
stupid
pretty
lemon
awesome
chicken.
childhood. But I do think my mom is a kind of feminist.
See, I've met your mum, and I think that old phrase about behind every great man is an even greater woman is never been more accurate.
Thank you.
Than in your family. I think you're a terrific family. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much
Meghan,
for having
Raising
me.
McCain is on Pivot TV, airs every Saturday at 10 p.m.
Also on iTunes.
And on iTunes.
Thank
Good
you
to
so
see
much. You too.
We'll be right back.